So how do we find out what a chemical is, or how do we find out how many atoms are in a chemical formula? Again, we can't just look at individual atoms very easily. So we work by masses. We count by mass and we identify compounds by mass. So how do we do this? Calcium carbonate, same stuff that's used to draw with chalk. It's sidewalk chalk or limestone. So calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate has a total mass of 100 grams per mole. How do we find that out? Calcium has a mass of 40 on the periodic table. Carbon has a mass of 12. We have 3 oxygens in this formula. 16 times 3. Add all those up together, you get 100 grams. So that's the mass of the entire thing. That's like saying that Mr. Love has a certain mass. And some of that comes from my brain, some comes from my muscles. So what percentage does everything make up of that? How much of my body's mass is brain? Well, in this case, with chemicals, we're like, well, how much of this mass came from calcium or from carbon for oxygen? To do this, you take the mass that one brought, so as considering calcium, we'd say, well, calcium, of this total mass of 100 grams, calcium has a mass of 40 grams. It brings 40 grams of the 100 grams. So what percent by mass is calcium in calcium carbonate? You take the mass we're interested in, 40, divided by the total mass, and that gets your percentage. Calcium makes up 40% by mass of calcium carbonate. Again, this is how we identify things, because we don't look at the individual atoms necessarily. I mean, we can, but when you want to get a quick idea, we just mass how much of a compound is what element to get a ratio. And that's what mass percent is.